Welcome back out. It is game two. Boys, semifinal game one. We're going to turn it over to PA announcer Al Quartermont to get things started here in semifinal game one, game two on the day.
I'm going to introduce you, first of all, the roster for the Word of God Academy Force. Starting first with the seniors, senior number 4, Walker Hull. Number 10, Cameron Dodson. Number 20, Bryce Euler. Number 22, James McManus. Number 24, Don Lofton. Juniors, number 5, Deandra Cottingham. Number 15, Jacoby Bryant. And number 30, Jaron McManus. Sophomores, number 2, TJ Diopol. Number 11, Jordan Watson. Freshman, number 23, Alex Hall. And 8th grader, number 3, Taj Bell. The Force are coached by SWLA Swift. Now the introduction for your Southwest Louisiana Homeschool Athletics Knights. First of all, with the seniors, number 1, Samuel Dodson. Number 2, Kenneth Hasty. Number 11, Gentry Andrews. Juniors, number 4, Chris Marler. Number 5, Cameron Miller. Number 13, Henry Hagan. Sophomores, number 24, Gabe Wild. And number 30, Andrew Moore. And 8th graders, number 0, Caden Hasty. And number 33, Joel Moore. The Knights are coached by Bill Watt.
All right, Chuck, we're back and ready to go. You saw the teams that were introduced out there. This is the Southwest Louisiana Knights. Head coach Bill Wild. They come in 19-14 on the season. They will be in their white uniforms with the blue numbers and the blue SWLA across the front. And Word of God Academy Force, they come in at 18-4, 14-3 in ACEL play, and they are coached by Stromile Swift.
Yes, indeed, and these some fairly tall-looking fellas out here.
This is going to be a good one. These two teams will get up and down the court. Of course, you know the intensity that team coached by Stromile Swift will bring to it. Name certainly does sound familiar. That is Stromile from LSU in NBA time. Great to see him giving back to Louisiana, these youth.
Absolutely, always good to see that investment back in.
Hagan and McManus jump. Force out and running, that's up, and it's no good, and there's Hagan. We saw Hagan in warm-ups. He hops is what he has. He can get off the floor and elevate quickly over to the corner. Such a different tempo than with a game that we just witnessed.
Yes, sir.
Swung over to the corner now. Looking at it is Andrews. He passes back up top to Marler. Marler back to Andrews. He'll launch the three, and that's money from the corner for Gentry Andrus. They'll give that 3-2.
Yeah, bear with me on getting adjusted to a different speed of the game here with the camera for a few moments.
They get up and down that one. Around the corner now, going to the basket is Lofton. Puts this one up and no good. Rebound controlled out by Wild. And off and running are the Knights again. Yeah, up and down the floor. Back to the top of the key goes Dotson. Spins it around. That is Marler looking inside. Finds it, gets a return pass, but Marler's going to throw it off of the end line. Not a good return pass from Wild. Wild, big player down low. Expect him to get the ball into him a lot. He's averaging 11 and 6.
I think Wild was trying to pass it back out to him, but he had broke to go around towards the top of the key.
Bringing the ball down the court is Don Lofton. Lofton gets it over to the top to Holland. to the near side. Shot is up, and it is good. That is Bryce Euler. Pass stolen. There is. That was Holland with the steal. Gets it over to Euler once again. They'll give Lofton the assist. 4-3. Now you see that the SW that's there. Foul is called there. Loose ball. They'll whistle that on number 13. That is Henry Hagan. Picks up his first personal foul.
If you're looking at the scoreboard, the home SW, that's going to be the SWLA team. They just didn't quite get all the rest of it. And the guest W, whatever that is trying to poke through there, that's going to be the force on the right-hand side of the scoreboard.
So you see the force or the guest. Right back from where he made that shot a little earlier. That's Bryce Euler. Euler's feeling it. Holland with the assist there. Euler's got all 6 for the force. Back to the near side. They're going to call an offensive foul. And look, Euler is, Walker Holland steps in and takes that charge. And this is a spunky bunch from the Word of God Academy. Second team foul there whistled. Just the three-pointer that was made by Gentry Andrus. And on the other side of it, Bryce Euler has 10. He has 6. He's averaging 10 a game. Has over half that here early on. And look, I'm telling you, Bryce Euler is feeling it. From that right side, it's about the same distance. He was just off to the right wing that time. Head fake, dumped inside, basket up, no good. Going to get a foul whistled, it looks like, on 13, and that'll be his second foul on Hagan. That's going to get up off the bench Andrew Moore quickly, and that'll get Hagan out of there.
Kind of a fan of the headband. Hadn't seen that in many years. Used to be a big thing back in the day.
I think you need to rock that, Chuck. I think you need to do these games with the headbands. We brought out the new shirts, but I think the headband is it.
I'm thinking I might start wearing one at school.
From way downtown, that's a long-range bomb. James McMinnis. Early 11-3 run now after 11-0 run following the first three-point of the game. Working it back inside, that's Moore. He tries to battle, unable to get it. There's a board in the bucket. That is Gabe Wild.
Puts an end to the run, but oh my goodness. Wow.
Look, this run by Bryce Euler and the force has been solid. You come in and get the three-pointer there by McManus. There's Euler. He's going to go to the line. And look, this is when you're playing the video game and you got the momentum. You just keep feeding that guy.
Yes, absolutely. Look, they only have, okay, I was fixing they only put one underneath. My goodness, but I know it's a two-shot foul, but.
Filling up the scorebook already is Euler. First shot up and rolls around and no good. The senior saying, hey, look, we're going to go out and work on this state championship here. Euler now has 9 following that. His season average just 10.4.
Yeah, Force decided to pull off the press there, and they're going to just come back to the half court and let's see what they got.
Over to the near side. Going to the basket now is Marler. Marler, that one rolls around and is no good. Rebound controlled out, but off the leg of James McMinnis, and it will go over to the Knights. Look, it seems like every championship we're doing involves this Southwest Louisiana Knights team. We've covered them as much as we have anyone.
Yes, they have. They're definitely getting the screen time.
Looking for the three and passing on it is Andrus. They kick it back to the top, and Marler's got it. Now over to the side. Working his way in and diving around. No use for his own body. That's number 10, Camerson Dotson, the senior, going up there and getting paid off by that crowd for the hustle.
Good following they have.
This Word of God Academy team looking solid early on. Back to the near side. And that jumping into the passing lane is James McMinnis. He's looking for the steal and the score, and he gets it. And look, he looked like a defensive back. Pick six, and then jumping in and taking another offensive charge. That is Euler. Anyone.
Euler. I was waiting for it. I was willing to set it up, but I was like, no, I better not. He'll ignore me.
No, I've got to be able to find that one. Every now and then I could pull out a miserable joke. He's never heard that in his life. But I'm telling you what, I've seen Coach Swift get excited about some of the baskets that are made, but the two charges that his guys have drawn, he's gotten more excited about those than anything. There's Euler, misses that one, but a big rebound out by Dotson. Traveling violation. And just as excited as the fans were, they're aggravated like that. Momentum is definitely on the side of the Force.
Yeah, and you can see that fuels their force.
14-5 the lead. That is the Force on the right of your Louisiana Eye and Laser scoreboard. Top of the key, long range three up and no good. It's going to be a foul picked up on Walker Holland.
Yeah, see, Holland and Euler both are sporting the headbands there.
That's right.
Real nice. I don't have near the hair Holland does.
Right. I think mine would fall off if I won because it didn't have anything to hold up.
Oh.
Swung around, good ball movement by the Knights. Back to the top of the key is Andrus. He's thinking about the three. He'll go ahead and take that one. Launches that, and he says, if you're not going to come out and play me, then I'm going to nail this three.
What a statement indeed.
That's his second three that Gentry Andrus has, leading scorer on this Southwest team. He's coming in at 15-6.
Score here would definitely make some momentum switch, huh?
Look, this basketball, we've seen just a game of runs. But you cannot leave Gentry Andrus wide open like that because he will shoot it. Over to the corner to the near side. Andrus thought about it. He's being pressured solidly now. Foul's going to be picked up on Don Lofton.
A push on the body there.
Very exciting first period of play in semifinal number one. It is game two, day one. Going to bring you all 10 games here on 446 Sports. Ball being worked inside. Another foul, and that's going to send the Knights to the line. See who they whistled on. That's back-to-back fouls on Holland. It's his second now, and that's going to send Gabe Wild to the line for two. Wild goes up, puts that one in. And you're going to see Taj Bell, the 8th grader, make his way in. That's one thing, these teams not afraid to go, and you have to because numbers are limited. You've got to be able to get up and down your roster. That one bangs around and is no good. Two guys battling. That's going to be a travel as both teams had, or both players from the same team had possession of it. It was Dotson and Lofton that had simultaneous possession, and that is a traveling violation. Working the ball back over the top now, that is Marlar.
Out on the three.
Yeah, long range three by Andrus. He misses that one, but I'm telling you, this Force team is going to have to stay out on Andrus. Going to the basket, up and around, and no good was Lofton. And there's a run out for the Knights.
Nice.
Run out for the Knights. That is Gentry. Andrus gets a bucket there, and a timeout is whistled, and this thing has got back to one possession, Chuck.
Yes, indeed. And I mean, it quickly turned when that momentum flow started going. Here we go.
Look, and it was all Force in this thing through the first 5 minutes. In the last minute and a half, it has been the Knights. I tell you, they're used to playing championship basketball, softball, baseball, volleyball, 8-man, whatever it is, they're used to being. That school has that in it. You always see them battling for championships. Co-ed soccer, they were out there doing work in that one. So I tell you, the aura that's going on there at Southwest Louisiana, the homeschool athletics, is just so solid.
Yes, it is. I mean, like you said, they're constantly battling for championship spots and rings and trophies.
What a game this is. Appreciate the folks checking in with us. You're watching a good one here from HOS Fieldhouse on the campus of Louisiana Christian University. There's a shot from the corner, 3-ball. Good. From the corner pocket, that is James McMinnis. That's his second 3 of the game. And there's a turnover by the Force, and you can tell they're running around. This is that intensity we saw out of the Force early.
Yeah, it's just that 3 just spiraled in just beautifully into that bucket.
17-11. Not a bit of letdown on either of these teams, and you knew there wouldn't be. You expect 32 minutes of great competitive basketball.
Oh, my
There's
goodness.
one inside, dumped back off. Missed from point blank, did Wild, but he's able to get the board in the bucket and get right back in. He's got 5 on the day. Give him a couple of rebounds to go along with it. Working the ball into the near side to go the Force. That's Taj Bell, the 8th grader, who kicks it out. That 3-ball corner pocket is good as well. That's Cameron Dotson. Dotson gets that off of the Bell assist.
Long throw down the court results in a turnover for the Force.
Yeah, Dotson getting back in, trying to go back at it, but here comes the Knights once again. Little stutter step there by Dotson. And a turnover. Back to the Force. Up off the basket, and it is good. Don Lofton. 22-13 in this one. The Force has the lead. They've done it with offense and defense. They've created. But what a run. The shooting of Gentry Andrus is keeping him around. He's got 8. That's Dotson trying to go. He gets it out to Andrus. Andrus fires this one, unable to get it. But there's a quick little rebound.
Oh,
Dotson gets the rebound, gets the steal, actually, if you will,
Yeah, roll
and
off
the bucket. Time to catch our breath after an explosive first period. Here, the Force 22, the Knights 15. We'll be back after this on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
We're back live to HOS Fieldhouse. Big thanks out to the Alexandria Pineville Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, the CVB, bringing, in part, helping bring this game here. And got to reset the clock. They don't have it back to 8 minutes yet, so we're playing on borrowed time.
Yes, indeed. A little practice dribble there, inbound and practice dribble across.
Sometimes you just got to work things out.
There you go.
Inside now, the Knights have it. Down 7 as we start the second period. The shooting of Andrus has been solid here. Gentry Andrus has 2 threes and a deuce to lead the Knights. That shot's up, and it's no good. Opportunity for Andrus, doesn't get it. And it's going to go the other way to the Force. Leading scorer, but just by 1, has been Bryce Euler. He was hot early on, but James McMinnis has added a couple of 3 balls. They shoot 3 threes, or make 3 threes in the first half, in the first period. to the 2 that were made by Southwest.
And the officials today, and I guess for the whole tournament, actually from the Leesville Association.
3 ball up, no good from the corner.
Oh, goodness.
Spinning around, bodies banging up. Good Euro step inside and gonna be fouled. Going to the basket was Dotson. Tosh Bell will be whistled for the personal foul. Going to the line for the and one is Dotson. Old school 3 completed by Samuel Dotson. Give him 5 on the day. Chuck, if that second semifinal is anywhere close to this is really good. These is, I think, the 2 and 3 seed that are doing battle in here in this one. Into the middle there with the steal is Andrus. Andrus fakes the pass back, but he goes for the basket. And I don't think anybody was buying that. Andrus was looking to pass behind him from the goal, and nobody was really buying it. He had a clear shot at the basket, takes it. Now it's 1 possession.
Quickly how it turns.
Swung over to the corner, now back to the top. Thought about the 3, working the ball inside. There's Euler. And he misses that. Since my terrible joke, he's not been able to connect from the floor. Held ball, possession will stay.
A lot of body contact down there as well.
Substitution checking back in for the Force. That's Jacoby Bryant. He comes in for Cameron Dotson. And Dotson flying all over the floor. Euler set to inbound. Goes back over the top. Brought in by Lofton. Lofton now going to the basket. They're going to be with, they're going to call a block.
I think if he had absorbed that one a little bit better and fell back, he could have gotten it, but.
Gabe Wild whistled for the foul. That's going to send Lofton to the line for 2. Shot is up and no good, rolls around and out of there. Coach Wild wondering how come it was called charges on the other end, and his guy does the same thing on this end. Free throw second is up and it's good. Lofton the second. That one rolls around and is no good, out of there. Bryce Euler gets his first personal foul.
Oh, lining up. That was a shot foul, okay.
First free throw up, and it is good by Chris Marler. Very good fundamental basketball. Solid work by everybody out here in this one so far today. Wild bags them both. 23-22, the Force has the lead. Back to the top as Lofton swung around to the near side. Euler's got it back inside now. Finding a collapsing defense inside by the Knights. Possession goes over to SWLA, and that's going to bring Walker Holland back in the game. He went out early, Chuck, had a couple of fouls in that first period, and has made his way back in there.
Yes, indeed, and I'm looking to the coach here for the Knights. I love the suit dressed up. That's very professional looking.
Over to the near side, to the far side for the Knights. Dotson looking for the lead for this Knights team. Good no-look pass inside to Henry Hagan. Hagan going to get that basket, and that puts the Knights into the lead. And, Chuck, we told you at the break and along this game, the Knights know how to battle, and they're battle-tested in every sport. Basketball no different. From way downtown, that one's up, and it's no good. McMinnis looking for his third 3, misses it. Lofton says he'll try it. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Dotson.
Oh,
and there's a turnover, a steal.
Wow.
And the steal and the score, James McMinnis.
Diving out of play to get the ball back in, got it right to his player and went in for the layup. Wow.
And that puts the Force back up in the lead. Dribbling around to the near side is Andrus. He's got Marler in the corner. There's another turnover. And Lofton and that Force looking to run. Good ball stopping there, but for the long range three, that one's no good. Euler establishes position out of bounds, so at that point he can't jump up and throw it back in. But good hustle, good thought.
They must have a good library there at the Forces school, because they are definitely reading these Knights really well.
I'll give you that one. That's not a I'll let you have that one.
I appreciate that.
Timeout Southwest. They take it. And 30-second timeout. 30-second timeout charged to the Knights. We'll keep it here. And wow, this game has been just up and down here. The Force held to 3 points in the second here, and we're halfway there. It has been a great comeback. 9 points through the first half, so a 9-2 run for this Knights team, Chuck, to get back in it and at one point have the lead.
Yeah, wow, yes, indeed. I mean, it's just been this little back and forth ever since they've brought this really, I don't guess it really has ever been out of range. It just had a big gap there, but it's just everybody got firing on all cylinders, and wow, what a crazy game. I'm a little lost for words, Doug, obviously.
Again, I jinxed Euler by the terrible joke. And,
yes.
And he's not scored since. He put up 9 early. Knights looking to regain the lead. That shot is up. Good defense by the Force. Rebound controlled out of there by McMinnis. Lofton's got it back up at the top now, looking to penetrate inside. Gets it off to Euler.
Yes.
And there's so he said, no, it's not a jinx. We got it. You're good.
Yep.
Bryce Euler gets that basket, first player in double digits. And there's a traveling violation. Give Euler 11 on the day. And remember, we told you that's half a point over his per game average.
Yeah, but that was the fairest shot I've seen, huh?
That was solid. 27-24. Over into the corner now is Jacoby Bryant. Bryant will take the running one-hander, misses that. A lot of banging around, but the Knights come out of there. Chris Marley with the board. He gets it over to Dotson. And the Knights are off and going. Yeah, Marler looking to get things going. He's pressured. They're extending that zone out. Now is this Force team. Inside-outside game looking at it. That is Dotson in the corner. Running around, Andrus able to get a handle on it. Thought about three, did Marler. Instead, just running around. Good zone defense working by the Force. But inside, finding that one, a swat at it. That's going to send Henry Hagan to the line for 2.
Definitely a laser shot there going in underneath.
22 is who they'll whistle that on. That's James McMinnis. His first personal foul. That's going to, like we said, send Henry Hagan to the line for 2. First one, front iron, no good. We were watching Henry Hagan warm up in pregame. He gets to the rim as good as anybody. Surprisingly good hops. Misses that off the front iron. Dotson works this one inside. He's got Euler. Euler a couple of head fakes, unable to. Good defense by the Knights. This one's out to Lofton for 3, misses that one. Follows his own shot, still unable to get it. Good offensive rebound work by the Force. That 3 is up. It's no good. The only problem with offensive rebounds, Chuck, is that means you're missing a lot of shots.
That's you're right about that. But at least you're getting them back up there.
They average and they look at offensive rebounds as how you're getting those second chance points. Number 30, Jaron McMinnis. Jaron McMinnis coming in to the game. He'll take the place of, or correction, 20 coming in. 30 made his way in. That's Andrew Moore. Andrew Moore into the game. Foul is going to be whistled now on Chris Marler. Marler picks up his second to go with his 2 points, and that's going to send Euler to the line for 2. 0 of 1 from the line today. steps up and makes that one. Give him 12 now that Bryce Euler has. Shot is up and it's no good, so 2 of 4 from the line, but another offensive rebound controlled out of there. That one went to Jacoby Bryant. Three-pointers up and it's good. That is the aforementioned Jacoby Bryant. Goes up and hits that 3.
I was well beyond that three-point arc.
Another steal by this Force team. Good defense by Watson, but good defense by Andrus. They do whistle Andrus for the foul, so he picks up his first. That's going to send Euler to the line, shooting 2. Make him 3 of 5 now on the day from the free throw line. He 1 of 2 on both trips to the line prior to this one. Shot is up and it's good. 14 on the day now for Bryce Euler to lead all scores. This one is 33-24. And there's going to be,
trying to make the pass across the court, and it, just too far back on the court. Hits the backboard there and pushes it outside, out of bounds.
8-0 run for the Force, and they're looking to add to that, but they're stepping on the line, turning over. And these Knights expended a lot of energy to come back in this one. A lot of times when you get there, you lose some of the ability to stay with it, and this Force team continues to fire on all cylinders. Over to the near side is Dotson.
Back at it to see if they can get a few more points back now.
Andrus lets fly with that big 3 ball, and it's way, way out. It's up by the Student Union where he shot that one from.
No kidding. He was right there by that E over there.
13 now for Andrus. He's got 3 threes on the day. Working inside, banging around, shot up no good by Holland. Rebound controlled out by Wild. And again, the Knights never seem like they can get concerned about it. Good heads-up play on the floor by Andrus, just pushing that ball away.
Nice safe pass there.
Well, yeah, he was going down to the deck, and normally you'd see a turnover, but as he's falling, he just shoves the basketball away.
Yes.
Thought about it, did Andrus, but defense closed out on him quickly, and they're going to whistle Andrus now for the offensive foul, and that is foul number 2 on Andrus. Can ill afford to have Andrus in foul trouble. He is their leading scorer. Minute 20 to go.
You must like that foul with that charger that you have.
Right, see? 33-27, minute 20 remaining in the first half. This has been a thriller. There's Euler, a couple of steps he takes. Rolling around and held ball. Good defense by Gabe Wild. Possession arrow stays now or flips over. And again, you talk about that, stealing those possessions.
Yep. 1 minute left, 60 seconds left on the clock for this half.
Lead is 6 for the Force. Knights trying to cut that in half right here. Andrus fires that 3, rolls around. I mean, he ought to give him about 1.5 points for that because the ball was halfway down before it rolled out of there. But they won't. Lofton and this Force looking to hold maybe for one shot. No, they're going aggressively at the basket. That is Jacoby Bryant. They'll whistle the foul now on number 24. They'll give that to Gabe Wild. His second also. Look at Jacoby Bryant, the junior out there doing well and just knowing he's got another year with it too, but he is so solid out there. Bryant's shot up and no good. The intensity level out of these two teams has been nonstop from start to finish.
Yes, it has, and it's been an exciting Very exciting first half. Can't see what a little bit of 8 minutes of rest will do for him.
Second free throw up by Bryant, and it is good. He's got 4 on the day. Knights looking to run. They kick that one all the way out to Moore. Moore turns around, finds Andrus. He puts the 3 up, misses that back iron. Good hustle down there. Good work by McManus and Wild, both battling around. Wild, a very stocky, solid player down there, just a sophomore, still got room to grow, and just is a solid force down inside the paint for this Knights team.
Impressive. If he's a sophomore, my goodness. I mean, with him being a sophomore, I say if, but with him being a sophomore, wow.
Back top to Lofton. He finds Bryant now. They're looking at the clock. There's one right in front of him. Turnover there, and that's going to wrap things up. 7-point lead for the Forest. It's been as close as one. They close out the first half on a 9-2 run game that had seen the Knights get back in the lead at 24-23, but since then they've been off and running, have the force. Going to be an exciting second half of basketball. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back after halftime. You're watching ACEL Championship Basketball on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Back to halftime we go, and I'm joined. So my partner here, the bar has increased a lot. We're sitting here now with the executive director of ACEL and Sandra Mero. And Sandy, first of all, kudos to what you've pulled off in the last couple of weekends, because we had soccer right here last weekend. Turn around and you don't get a chance to breathe, and it's basketball time.
That is absolutely right. This season is a marathon for us, for sure, but I couldn't pull it off all by myself. I certainly rely on the help of 446 Sports and Rich Dupree from the city of Pineville, and a lot of other folks that come together to help us with these events in the Pineville area.
You know, we look at some things too. The folks here at Louisiana Christian University, the Alexandria Pineville Convention and Visitors Bureau, everybody getting on board. And I'll tell you this, there are a lot of things that come in, so they don't get behind things that come and go. And that's a testament to what you're doing and what you guys are doing with ACEL, of putting a great product on the court, the field, wherever they're at.
Absolutely. We are hoping to build a program that just grows and grows here in this area. Of course, we are looking to grow our league as well, and we're hoping this is going to be a component that really helps us do that.
Well, we appreciate that. Tell me a little bit, if and the folks that are following ACEL through your Facebook page there on our broadcast, but some of the folks that maybe are new to ACEL but have followed 446 Sports, what's the idea behind ACEL? What is it? It's the Association of Christian Educators of Louisiana. But what gives?
You bet. We serve small Christian private schools and Christian homeschool groups all over the state of Louisiana. We are a very special place where these smaller organizations can play. A lot of times organizations will come to us and they'll be a little surprised by some of our rules and our processes, because they are all geared toward just getting these kids on the court, #1, and then we work on building the programs after that.
Look, I'll tell you, and I'll eat as much crow as anybody here in this, but when we talked about doing the volleyball and the 8-man football, I'd never heard anything about that. I mean, I had to learn volleyball as we went on there. But you told me if I would just watch what was going on, I'd see some of the best volleyball in the state, and I did. And then we turned around to 8-man football. And, wow, that was awesome. So you guys aren't just a fly-by-night organization. There's some good sports being played.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of people have that misconception because our organizations are smaller, that somehow maybe we're lesser, but that is certainly not the case. I have some wonderful folks in each of our organizations. They spend hours building these programs up from the small kids up, and that's why we are as successful as we are.
Look, and it's family-based, what I've seen also. You look down these rosters, and normally I'd have to learn 15 or 16 different names. Got to learn about 5 because there's so many siblings and parents that are involved in this.
Absolutely. That is one of the really fun things about our organization. It is family-oriented. All of our member organizations are that way as well. I mean, they're made up of a few families that really put in the time and are dedicated to really being successful. So
you've got 2 more championships, and tomorrow, big day. I hate to get ahead of this, but we'll crown a boys and girls varsity champions, boys and girls junior varsity champions. We'll have the consolation games, and oh, by the way, you've got track and field coming up and baseball and softball coming up the last 2 weekends in April back here in Central Louisiana.
That is exactly right. Yeah, we are not done when basketball is over by any means.
Right.
And I will tell you, too, we are also working on our inaugural season of tennis that'll be coming up in a few weeks. We're just getting that one off the ground, but we hope to have that sanctioned as well in the coming years.
Look, that's incredible. You guys, the work that you do and what you're bringing together, people often ask me this question, too. When do you sleep?
I know. It is a challenge for sure, but for me and I know for all of our members, this really is a labor of love. We do this because we believe in these kids and we believe in the message that we're bringing these kids.
Look, and you do it at such an early age because in the JV, we'll see we saw in soccer, in co-ed soccer, some 5th and 6th graders that are down there playing. So whereas they don't have a junior high, they've got a junior varsity squad that they're playing. And there were some 5th and 6th graders playing for state championships.
Absolutely there is, and you'll see that on the varsity side as well. You'll have 16, 15-year-olds on those varsity teams as well.
Well, it's great. And, I'd be remiss not to talk about of course, the coach. What a great honor having Stromile Swift patrolling the sidelines too. You heard the ovation for him when they called his name out here, but man, that's a legend giving back to Louisiana, giving back to these kids because 1, he doesn't need to do it. 2, he's not doing it for the money by any means. He's doing it for the love of the game.
Absolutely, yes. At Word of God Academy, I mean, they are an up-and-coming organization. They have grown tremendously over the last couple of years, and we expect great things out of that school in the years to come.
We talked about the Knights. It seems like every time, here's everybody's roster, and here's the Knights because they're in every tournament.
They are the only organization in ACEL that participates in all of our sports.
Well, there you go. And they participate well in that. So due to it just being an 8-minute half, we've got to wrap this up. Sandy, again, thank you for having us involved and for your meticulous work at putting these things together.
Oh, I thank you, Doug. Like I said, we couldn't do it without you guys, and you really make a quality product for us.
Well, that means a lot to us. Guys, we're going to take our final break, and we'll be back for live action. It's coming up right after this. Don't go away. This second half is going to be a thriller. You're watching ACEL Championship Basketball on 446 Sports. Back to live action we go here. It is getting ready for the third period of play. HOS Fieldhouse on the campus of Louisiana Christian University. This has been a back and forth battle, and I expect nothing but the same as we get the second half underway. And this is just semifinal game number 1 of the boys. Back to it. Southwest, the Knights have it. That is Chris Marler working the ball around. Back to Andrus has it. Andrus has been hot from downtown. That is Marler again finding his way over to Dotson. They'll get it back to Anderson. The hot streak continues.
Absolutely.
Big time. 4th three-pointer of the day for Gentry Andrus.
I was fixing to say, with only a 7-point lead, that is not a safety net. There we go with a three-pointer.
Not in this at all. There's inside work trying to get Euler back going. He's going to travel before that. Thought he had the and one. Instead, he's got the and none following that travel. 34-30.
Nice.
Look, a tremendous opportunity sitting with Sandy Merrow here at halftime, the executive director of ACEL, and the work she does with the athletics department. It's second to none. I'm excited to be a part of this organization the way we are as things continue to grow.
I've enjoyed every interaction I've had with them, in all the different levels that I've got to be with it. And yes, it's love being a part of this and just being what they're stand for.
Ball inside to Gabe Wild. He's unable to finish, and the force will turn and go. Second semifinal game for the ladies. That's coming up following the completion of this one. From the corner, that's up. Three-ball corner pocket. That's James McMinnis.
Didn't have many boards left before he got to the paint there, and he used every bit of it.
Indeed, he did. 37-30. Turnover back to the basket, no good. Rebound controlled underneath by the force. That's Dotson working his way out. Back to the top is Lofton. He thinks about it, instead gets it over to McMinnis. He's looking for another one, doesn't get this, and the Knights control, and out goes Dotson. Dotson, good no-look dish. Why not find Andrus? Oh, he misses that one. We're going to call that a pass because I don't want to see that Andrus missed it like he did. 3-ball from the corner, bangs around, no good. We're going to give you a pass on that one, Gentry.
Literally on this
That's
case.
right.
Very good.
We're looking for the assist. Unselfish play there.
Yes.
To the top of the key. Thought about it, did Lofton. He'll get it back over. That one up and no good by Dotson, controlled out by Samuel Dotson. So the two different Dotson. Camerson plays for the Force, and Samuel Dotson plays for the Knights.
Nice fast break down there, just errantly thrown, couldn't get to the ball in time. Turned over back to the Force, and they're going to take a timeout here.
Coach Swift and this Word of God Academy Force will take a timeout, just a 30-second one. Chuck, you can tell someone's genuineness, if you will, by the way they talk about what they're passionate about. And that 5 or 6 minutes that we were able to sit with Sandy Merrow, the executive director of ACEL, you see that it's something that she loves to do and that she works hard at. And when you love it, it's not hard work.
Yeah, and it's so encouraging to be a part of it, and that's what's been fun. I mean, you look at the AVB, the Alexandria Powell Convention Visitors Bureau.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, obviously, just like the other word too. But they've joined in. They see, they hear, and so many people are wanting to be a part of this now, and they should, because what they bring and these schools that they have involved to do these sports. It's just phenomenal to watch.
Well, you're starting to see more and more people matriculate to this central Louisiana area due to the work that the folks at the Alexandria and Pineville area Convention and Visitors Bureau are doing.
It is such a draw.
(37-30). We play at 2.5 into the second. Jumping into the passing lane is Andrus. Thought he had a steal, and he was looking to go.
Yeah. Thought maybe it went off of the Force's hand right there where he tapped the ball.
Going to be McMinnis that triggers it inbounds. Lofton has it at the top. He's dribbling around, going to the basket, steps around a would-be charge take. That's solid. Battling and then gets shoved down on that rebound. A clear out from Dotson. There's Lofton, puts that up, and I'm telling you, things got intense, I guess, at halftime, because these two teams are bringing out a little more physicality out of the locker room with them. Banged it down as Dotson. He's going to go to the line to shoot two. They're going to whistle. 24 is Don Lofton, just his second. Dotson puts this one up and in.
A little late to the party there, finally got in.
37-31 following that made basket. That one bangs around and is no good. Force team wanting to get their set offense, continue going. There's a little running one-hander, no good. Good defense out by the Knights. Number 24, Gabe Wild, to stand his ground. Look, none of these players that are in the paint are afraid of a charge or standing in there.
Oh, no.
Dotson around, gets it back to Andrus. Why not? Oh, he rolls around. Give him another point and a half. He had that one.
Oh, my gosh.
Look, just struggling. Although he's made a lot of good shots, he's had a couple of them that have rolled in and out of there. Could be having a big, big game.
Somebody must have a reverse polarity magnet underneath there pushing it back out.
You're getting too intense for this. Good move going to the basket and a dish there, up and no good. Banged out of there is the team rebound, goes to the Force. Three-pointers launched and it's good. James McMinnis fires another one.
Being a menace to him.
He's got 4 3-pointers in this game. He's got 16 now on the day, does James McMinnis, the senior. Very senior-laden Force team. Andrus is going to draw the foul. It'll be whistled on James McMinnis. Second foul. He's got more threes than he has fouls. That's when you know it's a good game. McMinnis averaging 12 and a half a game. He's flown over that too.
And that's a second team foul of the half.
Lofts this one in from the paint. Does Gentry Andrus.
Just kind of floated right up there. That was beautiful.
He's got 18 now, does Andrus. Long range three again. Wow. It's up and it's good. That's Jacoby Bryant, his second three. Coach Swift wanting a little bit of pressure there, didn't get it. Now goes Dotson to the basket. It stopped, popped in the lane, up, gets the roll, and it's good. Samuel Dotson, he's got 8. 35-43, and the Knights try to get closer, and the Force say not so fast. And the Knights will battle back, and the Force extend the lead. Everybody able to shoot from long range for this Force team. Find Bryant again now. This time he's going to go to the basket, and he'll get that one up and over Gabe Wild. That's Jacoby Bryant. Give him 9 on the day. There goes Dotson. Oh, good dish from Samuel Dotson. He finds Henry Hagan. Give Hagan the basket.
I've been watching down 24 with the Knights, and number 10 with the Force have been, they're definitely not going to be sending each other Valentine's Day cards.
Exchanging pleasantries.
Yes.
There's a charge going to be whistled and a push. That's the second time that that he's been pushed down as Dotson. And that's a clear out. Samuel Dotson's clearing out a couple of times on these, and they're going to have to keep an eye on that. Euler makes his way back into the game. Look, if you think this thing hasn't ramped up in intensity, you're not watching closely enough. If this semifinal's this good, I can't wait for the championship.
Yes, indeed.
Dotson gets it back out top to Gentry. Gentry looking at it inside, finds Hagan, who kicks it right back to Andrus. Over the top now finds Marler. Marler trying to get there, but that zone defense is locked in for the Force. The crowd encouraging defense here. Hard foul coming from Euler, and that's going to send Wild to the line. They'll give that on Bryce Euler. Second personal foul for Euler. Gabe Wild trying to get this thing back closer. It lead stands at 8. First free throw up, and it's good. First points of the second half by Wild. Wild bags them both. He's got 7 on the afternoon and gets it back to 6. Couple of games remaining on the day as Knight starts to work its way in on us. That three-pointer from Euler, no good. Controlled out by Marlar. Extending the zone out to about 3/4 of the court now is this Force team from Word of God Academy. Good dish, tried to get it maybe a little too fancy. Held ball, it's gonna go the other way. Force will take over, so good job of getting in there. Was a chance to get it closer than what it's been. It's been around 7 and 8. This lead has. It's down to 6 as we go to 1:14 remaining. Ball over to Bryant in the corner. He's way downtown for that 3 and missed it. Ball's going to roll harmlessly out of bounds and turn back over to the Knights. So they've got an opportunity, Chuck, to get this thing potentially to a one-possession game.
They do indeed, and they're doing everything they can to get it back to it.
45-39. Just slow and steady and meticulous as this Knights team. Going to be a traveling violation that's called. Could have been a held ball, could have been a travel there as Euler was able to get a hand on it and just hold on to it while Bryant was going to the basket. Or while Dotson was.
Just a little wilder longer, huh?
Now Bryant had it. There's Euler trying to get the board and the cleanup, unable to do so.
Goodness.
And hitting the deck one more time is Dotson. Knights will come out of there with it. 24.9 to go. You know, they put together a run to take the lead at 24-23. Since then, it's been all the way for this Force team trying to get it back a little closer. Right before the break, good work inside, but unable to really get to the basket. Jacoby Bryant comes out of there with the rebound. Good dish inside, but McMinnis was unable to handle that.
Goodness, a lot of back and forth going right now.
And we still have 1 period remaining here from HO West. Anderson over the top. Long distance 3 goes nowhere. 45 for the Force, 39 for the Knights. We'll be back and see how this 4th period shakes out. Who's going to punch their way to that 5:30 championship game tomorrow? We'll see when we come back. You're watching ACEL Championship Basketball on 446 Sports.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Back to HO West in what promises to be an exciting 4th period of play. The winner of this one goes on to play for the ACEL Basketball Boys State Championship. Right now, the Force has the lead. Good screen attempt set up there at the top. Lofton kicks it back outside. 3-ball, no good. Euler able to get the rebound inside, and they're going to whistle. It looks like, see if they call wild for it. Nope, they give it to Dotson. Samuel Dotson picks up the foul, just his first.
Samuel Dotson is 3rd, first on the team and a half.
Good run by James McMinnis, and he leads the scoring for the Force with 16. leading all scorers is Gentry Andrus. He has 18 for the Knights. There's a foul going to be whistled on Chris Marlar, and that's going to send his numerical counterpart to the line, Walker Holland. Shooting 2 will be Holland, and chance to extend that thing back out to 8.
Yeah, I mean, nice to see him on the line now.
Shot rolls around by Holland and is no good. The senior guard misses that one. I guess more of a forward, you'd call him.
Yeah, I believe it. I would take that. Nice stockings. I see a couple of them wearing there. Oh, little lane violation.
Shot up, and it is good by Holland. Gets his first basket, or first point of the game via the free throw line, and it's 46-39. Dotson bringing down this Knights team, trying to dish it. Long run out pass. That's Lofton. Lofton's they're gonna wave off the basket and say it was on the floor. That's Gentry Andrus that will pick that foul up. So it'll be on the floor.
And they'll have to inbounds it, so no shots on this one.
Nope, fouled him beforehand. You know, we saw that come up in one of the games. They were calling him out, and it sent him to the called it on the floor, waved the basket off, but sent him to the free throw line. Said you can't have both.
Right, bummer, isn't it?
Inside now and getting it right back is Euler. He goes offside glass, but cleaning things up. Give James McMinnis the board in the bucket. He's got 18. Over in the corner, three-pointer. That's good, Andrew Moore.
Nice swish.
Back to 6 with 7 to play. The Force of Word of God Academy have the lead, 48-42.
And if you're looking at the clock, you see it says third period, but we are
wrap around. Yeah, I hate to get in there, but you saw that charge coming around, Lofton going in there, but that's the third charge that Gabe Wild has drawn tonight.
Wow. Wow, and they've had some charges and some, a few blocks, but mostly charges, so kudos to the defense standing the ground.
And again, we talk about that young man. He's big in stature in the paint, just a sophomore, so he is really shining for this Knights team. That's Dotson over in the corner, tries to work it inside, bounces around. Dotson's going to have it up and no good. Rebound bouncing around again. Holland's going to come out of there with it. Here come the Force. That's Jacoby Bryan. He kicks it back up to the top, near travel by Euler. Wide open three is launched, no good off the side. Rebound is going to be controlled by the Knights. So a little bit of different pace between game 1 and game 2 in this one.
Quite a bit difference, yes, sir. Much warranted. Hey, and I guess the intensity of play of the two different teams and what you have in your bracket, here it is.
48-42, 6 minutes remaining. Marlar trying to go to the basket. He's going to be fouled, and the fouls are starting to add up in this one. That'll be whistled on McMinnis.
One more, and that'll put them in the bonus.
6 on the team. Substitution number 11, Jordan Watson in the game.
6th team foul. Jordan Watson, the sophomore, coming in for McMinnis. And Coach Swift over there coaching. That ball was tipped coming in. Back to the corner. Gentry thinks about it, passes. Good little move. There's Dotson from the top of the key. Works the ball, tries to work it inside, but the over-pursuing play of Walker Holland goes in and gets it long down the court. Errant pass by the Force. And again, Coach Swift not happy. He's like, we just don't need that. We've got the lead. Play like we're ahead and not like we're behind in this one.
Yes, and 6-point cushion is just quickly sees turn with these 3-point drains they've been doing here lately.
Look, it has been a frenetic pace, to say the least. 48-42, Force have led basically throughout. There's Jacoby Bryant going back in and getting it.
Oh.
Look, that defense is so solid by the Knights. There's a travel not called, going to be out of bounds. Don Lofton.
Call it out of bounds on the Knights there, so it's going to stay with the Force.
Following that timeout, and they're going to take a full timeout here. I'll get back to that story in just a moment. We're going to take it with them and be back. 5:25 remaining in what is a thriller from HO West Fieldhouse. We'll be back on 446 Sports.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
And we are back live here at LCU for some ACEL Championship basketball. Southwest Knights are leading right now 48-42 over the Force.
No, sir, the Force have the lead in this one, 48-42.
My mistake. Yes, 48.
The Word of God Academy Force. Look, you're going to have it. That's, again, at Chuck.Perkins.WrongScore if you're following along on Twitter. I kid.
You talk about mispronouncing names. You know how you can get your play-by-play back into the game. Mispronounce or give the scores
wrong. You give the wrong score. I give my partner an opportunity to bring us out of the break, and goodness. Back to action. That is the Force that has it. Word of God Academy, they hold a 6-point lead. It's been here most of the way, but it seems like the Knights, and that's going to be they're going to call a travel before the foul is whistled, and that one would have been whistled on Wild as he had not set his feet there for the free throw for the charge.
Yeah, he would have got a blocking foul on that one.
The Knights have been down the court the last 2 or 3 trips with an opportunity to get it one possession and cannot find it with that defense. There's Andrews. He'll throw this one in the basket. No, out of there, no good. Euler's got it. So I tell you, when they stack it up and come out of their team huddle, they talk about defense. And this Southwest Louisiana Knights team has been all about defense. Looked like he got stepped on there, did Jacoby Bryant. Still waiting for someone to get out there, and the Force will have it. That's Euler set to inbounds. He finds Holland. Back to Euler now. Being pressured by Andrus, and the defense just collapses on him. Such solid defensive play. Held ball. It's going to go over to the Knights. But it continues, Chuck. The Knights have had several opportunities and have not been able to get closer in this one.
Yes, and you can tell the Force is with him down there.
James McMinnis checking back into today's ball game again. He's got 18, tied for the lead. He leads the Force squad, but he comes in as the leading scorer. He had been 12.5 points a game. He's up at 18 now.
I think he's definitely on the first squad and not the Force squad.
48-42, Force with the lead. Knights trying to get back in there. Wild's got it from inside the paint, up and no good. Euler pulls that one down, gets it back outside to Lofton. Lofton now making his way across the big Wildcat logo here at H.O. West. No call that time. Wild was set for another charge. Dotson getting it around a little bit out of sorts on that one. Now he's got it back, does Dotson. Trying to go to the basket, wraparound entry pass, was looking for more. Held ball, it'll go the other way. Force will have it.
Dotson definitely has some beautiful ball handling skills there. I've just been watching him with the pass and the dish, and it just no look. He has a very good awareness of where everybody's at and just gets the ball right to him.
We're halfway home in the fourth. The lead remains 6. And just thinking a game like this, it should be a 1-point game. It's been 6 throughout since that lead change. They're going to call a foul out near the free throw line.
Okay.
They'll whistle Samuel Dotson for the foul. And they said that's 4 fouls on Dotson. And if that's the case, that'll be the 5th one on Dotson, and he'll be gone.
Yeah, his feet were still moving. They're going to have a little discussion here.
And Dotson's going to be, he's checking to see, because that's a crucial foul. That'll take Dotson out of the game. That's the 5th personal foul for Samuel Dotson. And you like this. He goes over and high-fives the crowd. What a great performance by Dotson, who's just been handling the ball like a champ. That's going to bring Caden Hasty, the 8th grader, in now for him.
An 8th grader, wow.
Dotson, the senior, so he'd certainly love to see his group come back in here. And look, Hasty quickly mixing it up. 3 ball from the corner is no good. Euler with the board, trying to go to the basket. Instead, he'll get to the free throw line. That was Andrew Moore that gets whistled for the foul, team's 5th, but that's going to send Euler to the line for 2. 6th team foul. And just hard work by that young man, Samuel Dotson. You hate to see him come out of this when the senior there has got to have a comeback by his team in order to play one more game.
Missed that first shot there.
The Knights have had every opportunity. They've just been unable to get the ball in the basket.
Yes, they have. I mean, Force has just stayed on top of it. We've held this 48-42 score here.
Rolls in and out of there. Yep, Andrus able to come in and get the board. Gentry moves over to handle the ball now with Dotson out. Freshly in, that 3 is up and no good. Foul whistled prior to the shot. It'll bring on Euler.
And a 1-and-1.
His 3rd, and that's now they're shooting free throws. That's going to send Gabe Wild to the line for the 1-and-1. And they're going to have to do it with free throws down the line. Again, Chuck, they've been stuck on 42 for a long time.
They have.
Wild converts the front end.
That gets them off of that 42 that they were holding on to for so long there.
That's 8 points now for Gabe Wild, the sophomore. Again, you'll hear a lot from him before his career's over. Bangs around and gets both of the free throws. Timeout Southwest, 48-44. Full timeout, we'll take it with them. We got 3:13 remaining in this barn burner of a semifinal. 48-44, we'll be back on 446 Sports.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Back to H.O. West Fieldhouse on the campus of Louisiana Christian University. I'm Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins and bringing you semifinal game 1 of this one. The first girls game not near as dramatic as what this one has been. This Word of God Academy fan base is loud and they're proud of their force and wanting to hang on to this advantage that they've got. 3 minutes, 13 seconds is going to name who punches their ticket to tomorrow afternoon's 5:30 state championship game.
Can't wait for that exciting unfolding.
Oh, beautiful move there, but unable to convert. And look, the 8th grader, Caden Hasty, is in there. Turns that one over, but he's in there playing like he's an upperclassman.
Yeah, that shot that they dished off to him over here to the side, he was a three-pointer. So, I mean, obviously not afraid to take it.
Had a good look at it. Uncontested to the basket. Lofton goes back to a 6-point cushion. Southwest doing everything they can defensively, but Lofton was able to penetrate and get there. Got to find, just jumping in and stealing. That ball's going to stay here. Tremendous job by James McMinnis, the senior, getting in there and tying that up.
Coach will tell you, never turn with the ball low like that.
got to find a way. Andrus has got to get launching these threes. He shoots that one from downtown, bangs around. Thought he had a good look at it, too. Going down over the top, ball in and out. And look, Coach Swift again looking over that offense and saying, why are we trying to rush things?
Yeah, we got a 6-point lead here.
That's twice. It's just a 2-possession game. Twice they've had a run out.
Yep. 6-point game. You're 2 minutes down. Come on, slow down.
Over into the corner goes Marlar. Andrus wide open, but Marlar takes a shot, bangs around. Andrus looking for a step-back three. Good pressure out by Lofton. Working the ball inside the Wild. Great play inside by the Knights, number 30, Andrew Moore. Look, he's a sophomore. There's a lot coming back for this team. They'll lose Dotson, they'll lose Hasty, and they'll lose Andrus, but they've got a steady crew coming back up. There's Andrus going to the basket. Count it! Gentry Andrus goes for the and one.
And buries it in sweetly.
That gives him 20, looking for point number 21 to make this a one-possession game. And we told you if the Knights could just start scoring, they'd have a shot. That one rolls around. The old school three is in. 50-47.
Sneaking back in here.
Force looking for one more defensive stop. Or correction, one more go. The Knights looking for one more defensive stop. Ball's rolling around. Moore's got it, and there's the stop they needed. Here's Andrus. Big time play to the near side. James McMinnis. (50-47). Told you this was going to be a good one, and in fact it has. Those of you that have went back to watch this after this one's over, you were in a thriller, now you're seeing one. That one's off and no good. Moore comes out of there with a rebound, but he throws it away. There's Euler. Euler's going to go, and he's going to get the basket. Bryce Euler goes to the basket, and he gets that one. And he'll go for the and one. They're going to whistle that foul on Chris Marlar. Shot is up, and it's money from Euler. (17 now for Euler inside the Wild. A little granny shot from down there. Isn't that what they call it?
Yes.
There's Wild, misses, but gets his own board and bucket. 4-point lead, 1 minute remaining. 1 minute here in regulation, and it's 2 possessions. Going to the basket is Lofton, and he'll go to the free throw line. That ball rolls out of there. And that's kind of what you see in the Force doing. Press the issue, get to the basket, draw these fouls. If you're the Knights, you don't really mind the clock stopping here. You'd like to see, of course, they're going to call that on number 11, Gentry Andrus. That's the fourth. You can ill afford to have Andrus out of the game. Caden Hasty ready to check back in. First shot is up, banks around, no good. Hasty now will come in for, Henry Hagan. Hagan will come out. Hagan a little bit better shooter, and there's going to be a timeout taken by the Knights. Let them know what to do. At worst case, it's still going to be a 2-possession game no matter what the outcome of this is. Full timeout. We'll be back with them. Going to take it here on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Resetting things for you as we come back to HOS Fieldhouse. This is semifinal game number 1. It is game number 2 of the day, and this is semifinal number 1 in the boys division, boys varsity. And the 2-3 seeds just battling each other. We still have a lot of basketball to come tonight. You will see the FTCA Patriots and the Shreveport Force. Oh, by the way, they're 34-3 and 17-0 in league play on the season. And then we're going to have girls Southwest Louisiana Knights coming up along with Mount Olive. That's right after this. I just can't keep up with all the team, the excitement that's going on. We'll name 4 champions tomorrow.
Just 2 days, but a whole lot going on.
Second free throw is up, and it's good. 5-point lead.
Back for the Force.
That was Lofton that got that free throw to fall. Euler is whistled for the foul, and that's what you cannot have if you're the Force, because, again, 1.3 came off, and you're sending a real solid shooter, just jinxed him, for Chris Marler to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. That one's up, and it's good.
His middle name must be Jinx.
54-50. Chance to get it back to one possession here. It's been here once. Shot up, and it's good. Buries both of them. 4 for 4 from the free throw line is Marler. Inbounds. Hasty on Lofton. Going to foul him there, and I think that's what you're going to see in this one.
These the last few seconds. That's what.
Not a lot. I don't know that the clock ran there at all because it was 48-7. They're going to come over and probably take a little time.
Yeah.
Well, it was 48.7 when the free throw was shot down here, I believe. Now that will send to the line, misses the front end of it. Wild clears the rebound. Andrus has it. He's out front now to Marler. Marler going to the basket. Misses it. Moore battling around underneath, as is Euler. Held ball will go over to the Force. Think they rushed that one a little bit. Might step back and think about it, but it's championship basketball and a shot at the title game on the line. Full court press being employed by the Knights. Inbounds, Andrus is on Jacoby Bryant, knocks the ball away. It's going to be a turnover. Andrus playing some super defense down in the corner to go with his hot shooting. Played some pretty good defense as well. And a timeout is called again. Full timeout. Take it with them. Catch our breath. We got 35-6 remaining. We'll do it all when we come back on 446 Sports.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook, or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
Along with Chuck Perkins, I am Doug Gann, bringing you ACEL Athletics semifinal action here. Day 1 of the state championships. This is game 2, and I'm telling you, if the remaining games are this type of matchup, man, if you're just now discovering ACEL Athletics, wow. We've been impressed from volleyball to 8-man football to soccer to this. Now it's fun. Here we go, 35-6 to go. Set to inbound. It's Andrus gets knocked down way over the top to Hasty. Back up top, Gentry's got it. He finds the corner. That shot is off. It's going to be wide and no good. Over the back. Foul is called by Hagan, and that's going to send his third personal foul for Hagan, and they'll go down and shoot 2 free throws the rest of the way. Had a good look at it from the near side, did Marler, but just off. You saw it from the vantage point that we've got, Chuck. You saw it was off target. Would have had to bank it in, but didn't get that.
And you know, started off on fire with a lot of these shots, but all of a sudden it's just they've kind of ran into a drought, I guess, if you would.
Look, I'm telling you, they've got to have expended a lot of energy. That's why you're seeing some of these free throws just bounce around, like that one from Holland. You got a chance to push this back to a 2-possession game. Holland's got to nail this one if you're a Force fan. Shot is up. It's good. 2 points on the day for Holland, both of them via the free throw line. That one's over to the sophomore Wild. He's got it. One more good look from Marler. Bangs that one around, no good. Rebound controlled out, and there goes Lofton. Lofton gets this one to go. 6-point lead, 14 to go. Jumping into the lane, Andrews has got to fire away. Gentry puts that one in the air. Thank you very much. Off the back, gets that.
And they can
clock continues to run. You don't even have to inbounds it. That is going to wrap things up in what we said was going to be a thriller, and it was. The Force of Word of God Academy will go play for a varsity men's state championship game tomorrow. That game will be somewhere around 5:30. What a game this one turned out to be. Chuck, it's halftime for us. We're going to take a breather.
Yes.
Come back for semifinal game number 2 for the girls, and then we'll be right back tonight for semifinal game number 2 for the boys. And oh, by the way, that's the 1-seed Shreveport Force that are dominant, for lack of a better word.
And oh, by the way, this is just game 1. This is semifinals.
Semifinals should be a tremendous rest of the tournament. Going to wrap it up here. You got about 10 minutes to go until game 3. We'll see you back here. Click the link. It's right below where you got this one, or right above it, if you will. Anyway, you'll find it. Go back to that ACEL Facebook page, find the link, click on it. Be a fan of ours on YouTube. It's there. Subscribe. You'll know when we go live, or check our Facebook page at 446 Sports for the link as well. That's going to wrap up game number 2 on day 1. I'm Doug Gann. That's Chuck Perkins. We'll be right back on 446 Sports.